Something really serious just happened in China's Tiangong Space Station. A few days ago, a high-velocity piece of debris traveling at nearly 18,000 miles an hour slammed into the Zhenzhou 20 return capsule. That's 7 times the speed of a bullet. The impact actually cracked one of the windows of the spacecraft, and it made it unsafe for re-entry. This capsule was supposed to return the previous crew home, so instead they used the Zhenzhou 21 spacecraft that had just arrived at the station recently. Now the current crew has no return vehicle to get back home, essentially leaving them stranded. Space debris, which is old rocket parts, dead satellites, screws, and even tiny flecks of paint, have turned low Earth orbit into a massive space junkyard. Space debris has been worsened over the last few decades by collisions between dead orbiting satellites. 2 events alone, for example China's 2007 anti-satellite test and the 2009 accidental collision between a US and a Russian satellite, increased major debris in orbit by 70%. Just 2 events. We mitigate this issue by reliably tracking objects around orbits. Obviously, things like satellites who are now defunct or old rocket stages, those are easy to track because they're large objects. We use ground-based radar and telescopes to track these objects and their trajectories. But the problem is that the vast majority of space debris is actually smaller than 2 meters. Those objects are incredibly hard to detect with our current technology, meaning that there's essentially thousands of invisible fragments out in orbit, posing a hazard to anybody who's up there. In fact, both of the space stations that humanity has right now, the ISS and Tiangong, regularly perform small maneuvers to move away from debris. So going back to the Tiangong situation, China does have a backup Shenzhou spacecraft and Long March rocket on standby for emergencies such as this. All of this comes at a critical time. Tiangong, the crown jewel of China's space program, may soon be the only space station left after the ISS is deorbited by 2030, and space keeps getting more and more crowded. SpaceX plans to launch 40,000 satellites. China's own mega constellations may add tens of thousands more. The United Nations has actually been pushing for immediate action on space traffic management, warning that orbital congestion is becoming unsustainable. For now, the taikonauts aboard China's space station are safe, but this incident gives a huge wake-up call to the industry. Low Earth orbit is getting far more dangerous, and without international cooperation, the next debris strike could be much worse.